Good morning, students. In the last class, we have completed vocabulary part of the lesson, the fun they had. And today we will be completing the remaining part of the grammar. And if you see in your textbook, grammar, read the sentence taken from the text. He added loftily, pronouncing the word carefully, centuries ago. In this sentence, the words carefully and loftily are adverbs of manner because they tell us how the action is done. So, what they are saying is in this sentence, what is the sentence? He added loftily, pronouncing the word carefully centuries ago. So, in this sentence, the two underlined words are loftily and carefully. So, what they are saying is these two words are adverbs of manner. Why? They tell us how the action is done. So, see here, pick out some more verbs and the adverbs that go with them from the story or elsewhere. Use them in your own sentences. So, what they are asking us is they are asking us to find some more verbs and adverbs. It may be from the story or else from a dictionary, and they are asking us to frame our own sentences using those verbs and adverbs. So, students, I have already done it for you. If you have space in your textbook, you can write it there, or else you write it in your notebooks. So, see the first one. Shaken means sorrowfully. When shaken and sorrowfully. So, what is the sentence we use with this? Here, one is verb and the other is adverb, isn't it? So, when her son did not come home in time, Sarala had shaken her head sorrowfully. So, we are using verb as well as adverb here. So, what is the sentence we will be writing using shaken sorrowfully is when her son did not come home in time, Sarala had shaken her head sorrowfully. See the second one, blanked out completely. So, here using this verb and adverb, how we will be writing our own sentences? All the names in the letter had been blanked out completely. All the names in the letter had been blanked out completely. See the third, get quickly. So, how we will be using these words? When he saw the car behind him was about to hit him, he geared his bike quickly. So, what you are writing is when he saw the car behind him was about to hit him, he geared his bike quickly. See the fourth, taught differently. Taught differently. So, how you are using these words? My maths teacher teaches maths differently, so I like him so much. So, here taught is converted to teach, isn't it? So, my maths teacher teaches maths differently, so I like him so much. See the fifth, said nonchalantly. How you will be using this word in the sentence form? Raju said to me about his problem nonchalantly, so I was convinced and helped him. Raju said to me about his problem nonchalantly, so I was convinced and helped him. So, I think you have understood this. Write them neatly without any spelling mistakes. Now, moving to 2. Now, look at the adverbs given in the box and fill in the blanks. So, here in the box they have given adverbs. So, they are asking us to use these words and fill in the blanks given below. So this one also I have already done it for you. Write them neatly in your textbook. See the first. We all behave dash when we don't have any anxiety. So what is the blank? It is differently. So what you will be writing? We all behave differently when we don't have any anxiety. See the second, I dash forgot about it. So what is the blank? Completely. I completely forgot about it. See the third, the report must be ready. Dash. Only then the action will be taken. So what is the blank there? Carefully. The report must be read carefully on the report must be read carefully. Only then the action will be taken. See the fourth. The teacher shook her head dash when her student lied to her. What is the blank there? Sorrowfully. The teacher shook her head sorrowfully when her student lied to her. See the fifth. The two teams played dash. It is nonchalantly. The two teams played nonchalantly. See Roman number 2. Read the following sentences and notice the underlined part in each sentence. See the first sentence. They turned the pages which were yellow and crinkly. So the underlined word in the first sentence is which are yellow and crinkly. See the second sentence. It was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen. So here the underlined word is that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen. What, according to you, is the function of the underlined clause? Which part in the sentence does it modify? The underlined parts in these sentences are relative clauses. So what they are saying is the underlined parts in sentence 1 and 2 are relative clauses. So what is a relative clause here? A relative clause gives extra information about or identifies a person, place, time or thing. It normally begins with a relative pronoun such as who, where, when, what, which or that. It functions like an adjective. It is known as adjective clause. So what they are saying, what is a relative clause? Relative clause gives extra information about or identifies. So what they are saying is relative clause gives some extra information about it may be about a person, place, time or thing. And it normally, how a relative clause will begin, it begins with a relative pronoun like who, how, relative clause begins with a relative pronoun. So what are the relative pronouns here? Who, where, when, what, which or that. So with these words only relative clause will begin. So it functions like an adjective. So this relative clause functions like an adjective and also it is known as adjective clause also. So see here. Now read the following sentences and underline the relative clauses. See here. Now read the following sentences and underline the relative clauses. So here they have given some sentences. So they are asking us to find out the relative clause and underline them. So I have already done it for you. You just underline in your textbook. So see the first one, the part Margie hated most was the slot where she had to put homework and test papers. So, in this, the relative clause is where she had to put homework and test papers. So, you underline where she had to put homework and test papers. CB, this is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So here the relative clause is that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So the relative clause is that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So you underline that. CC, my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl. It teaches and that each kid has to be taught differently. So here the relative clause is it teaches. So what you have to underline? You have to underline it teaches. My mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl. It teaches and that each kid has to be taught differently. See Roman number 3. Combine the sentences using where, who, which and that. So here they have given few sentences. So they are asking us to combine those sentences using where, who, which and that. So I have already done it for you. You write them in your textbook if you have space, or else you write in your notebook. So see the first one. Mahi always tells funny stories. We all like them. So this is the sentence. So how we will be combining this? Mahi always tells funny stories which we all like. So what you are going to write here is Mahi always tells funny stories which we all like. See the second. Dolly ate all the biscuits. I bought them for Chandu. So how you will be combining these two sentences? Dolly ate all the biscuits that I bought them for Chandu. So how you will be writing the second one? Dolly ate all the biscuits that I bought them for Chandu. See the third. An old man visited us last night. He is my grandfather. So how you will be writing the third? The old man who visited us last night was my grandfather. The old man who visited us last night was my grandfather. See the fourth. We should remember the place we often used to meet. So how you will be combining this? We should remember the place where we often used to meet. We should remember the place where we often used to meet. See the fifth. Divija gave me a camera. It was not working. See how you will be combining this. The camera which Divija gave me was not working. The camera which Divija gave me was not working. See the Roman number 4. Complete the following sentences using suitable relative clauses. So they have given few sentences. They are asking us to complete those sentences using relative clauses. So this one also I have already done it for you. You write them in your textbook neatly. See the first. I know the boy who won the first prize. I know the boy who won the first prize. So here what you are going, they have given you I know the boy. So in the blank you have to write who won the first prize. See the second. I visited the place dash. So what you are going to write in this blank? which is famous for its architecture. I visited the place which is famous for its architecture. See the third. He told me the time dash. So what you are going to write in this blank? Which is not convenient for me. He told me the time which is not convenient for me. See the fourth. This is the book dash. What you are going to write here? That I bought from the library last week. This is the book which I bought from the library last week. See Roman number 5. Editing. Read the following passage. Every numbered sentence has an error. Identify and edit it. So here they have given a passage and they are saying that each numbered sentence has an error, and they are asking us to identify that error and edit it. So this one also I have already done it for you. So before writing the answer, we will read the actual passage which they have given. In Siripuram village, it did not rain at 3 years. Men, women and children looked at the sky anxious for signs of clouds. The pond were now a wide stretch of caked earth. Thirsty animals crowded around puddles of dirty water. Women went very far on search of water. They returned with pots of water balanced over their head and some fodder of the cattle tucked under their arms. So this is the passage they have given. So I have edited already for you. You see the changes what you are going to write. In Siripuram village, it did not rain at 3 years. In place of at, you have to write for. In Siripuram village, it did not rain for 3 years. See the second. Men, women and children looked at the sky anxious for signs of clouds. In place of anxious, you have to write anxiously. Men, women and children looked at the sky anxiously for signs of clouds. See the 3. The pond were now a wide stretch of cake earth. In place of were, you have to write was. The pond was now a wide stretch of caked earth. Thirsty animals crowded around puddles of dirty water. Women went in far on search of water. In place of on, you have to write in. Women went far in search of water. They returned with pots of water balanced over their head. In place of head, you have to write heads. They returned with pots of water balanced over their heads and some fodder of the cattle tucked under their arms. So I think you have understood till here. We will be completing the remaining part of the lesson in the next session. Thank you. Have a good day.